We are now in Malamocco, a settlement with a history that is both long and discussed. This was one of the very first places that hosted the Doge of Venice, for they had always been in the heart of Venice, and Malamocco is one of its most ancient urban centers. Most likely, it originally looked much different because centuries of erosion due to the rivers had gradually changed its shape, to the point that it probably was much closer to the island you see behind me. It looks pretty and peaceful, doesn't it? Well, it is completely abandoned, and it's even forbidden to stay there. What you are seeing is Poveglia, and apparently, it's the most haunted island in the entire world. It has a lot of dark history starting from the Middle Ages, when Poveglia got ravaged badly both by the plague and by the Genoese that attacked here and slaughtered a good part of its population. The plague was a central topic for this island, as many centuries Poveglia hosted hundreds of infected. Clearly many of them did not survive, and so many people died there because of the plague that the bodies had to be burned one after the other, and it even seems that up to 50% of its ground is composed of human ashes. And again, the casualties of the plague are said to haunt this island through an immense paranormal activity. Or so it seems. But aside from the ghost, Poveglia played a big role fighting the Franks, and it even seems that the great artist Giorgione is buried here. Or maybe not, it's very unclear. But now it's time to focus on Malamocco, and it is here that you are about to follow me and see the most ancient center of Venetianhood. I'm about to show you Malamocco. Consider yourself lucky, for what you see here is not only the most ancient urban center of the Lido, but it was originally an ancient Roman settlement called Metamaucum. It also used to be the most important center of the island, and was once even the residence of the Doge of Venice before he moved to the actual Venice we all know and love. Back when Venice was still a duchy and not yet the coolest state ever. I mean, look at this flag. It's likely that at the time the Doge was still mostly linked to the Roman or Byzantine dux, which means duke later in Europe during the Middle Ages, but it derives from the Magister Militum, a late Roman position, usually a military. In 840, Metamaucum showed to Pepin, son of Charlemagne, why it wasn't a good idea to mess with Venice. It went pretty much like this. I tip my hat to this pedigree. It is a lot of history to uncover, and I certainly won't be able to explain it all right now. But that might be a good reason for you to go explore Malamocco and find it out yourself, as well as enjoying its scenery and all it has to offer, for Malamocco has a lot to offer. But our time in Malamocco has come to an end. Maybe it is time to move towards the Murazzi. Perhaps you'll come to love them almost as much as I do.